Alrighty. G'day. Here's another update. Finally got some bloody news. Finally got some news. So
we've got progress.
On Friday we locked in vehicle and caravan, and man, I tell ya, we were so stoked, like turbo stoked. It's been so intense getting to this point. It wasn't like a typical sort of experience, I guess, because as you may or may not know, we're doing this as a commercial venture this year, so we are going to have some sponsors and whatnot, and trying to sort of work through those relationships and obviously build those relationships with people and get it to the point where everyone was comfortable to come on board, sign on. And you know, it's a big thing because you're not just, you know, it's not like a brand going, oh, you know, hey, we'll do this for you or whatever. It's, you really have to understand whether or not in business you're a good fit and whether or not your brands are a good fit. Us as Salt, Earth and Sun and the people that we're working with, we need to know each other pretty well, because you're committing to someone else representing your brand, and you're committing, you know, control to that person to be actually creating content on behalf of you. So yeah, it's a bit of an interesting situation, and it's challenging. Like, it's hard to get these things working and hard to get them happening. So we finally got everything sorted, and we're really stoked that we can announce we are working with the guys from Sunseeker Caravans, and we'll be taking a 21.6 Marvel Golden Child around the country with us this year. Yeah. And we're pumped on that because we spied these guys out so long ago when we went to the shows and we were looking at all the vans, and it was actually Chris's, it was his wild child. If you've ever seen Chris, the guy that runs Sunseeker, Chris Michelle, top dude. In fact, they're all good guys there. The van that he built for himself, he just goes nuts with them. Like, he goes so far. Yeah, it's just crazy. It had these like 37s on it and like massive tires. Everything was done to the complete extreme. And it was the first show we'd ever been to on the Gold Coast, and we were looking at it going, oh my God, what is this thing, right? And yeah, so it kind of started from there, but their vans, yeah, we've always sort of been looking at as just really a great option for going off-road, and something that we just fell in love with from the start. So it was just, yeah, a stroke of luck, really, that we found them, and that we've managed to get to a point where, yeah, we're all really excited about what we can do together for the next 12 months. So pumped, absolutely pumped to get it all signed, sealed, delivered. And the vehicle, wow, some interesting things happened, right? So we were going to get a Mazda BT50 because, as you would know, or as you may not know, you can do GVM, GCM upgrades and all that kind of stuff
on the
unregistered vehicle here in Queensland. So pre-registration, you can get those things done. Now, you weren't able to do that on the Ford Rangers, and obviously we've got a Ranger at the moment. Love the car. It's always been good to us. We've had a good time in it, and we were sort of like, you know, looking at doing the Mazda thing, and kind of a little bit bummed because we loved our Ranger so much, but on the same token, they're not too dissimilar. So anyway, chatting to the guys at Lovells this week, guess what? Now, he said that we can do the GVM and GCM upgrade on the PX3 Ranger, because previously that was off the cards. You couldn't do it. The legislation was such that you weren't allowed to do it, was not going to happen. And yeah, so anyway, just last week got the word that the PX3 Ranger is now open season for the Lovells suspension, GVM, GCM upgrades, pre-registration here in Queensland. So we were like, yes, good times. So that all came together, and we're actually on our way to Brisbane now to go down and get a hold. Oh, we're not actually going to pick up the car, but we're going to sign the contract at Ford and get everything signed, sealed, and delivered there today. So very excited. We'll be getting an XLT Ranger, and we're going to do a few mods to that pre-reg. So there she is, new whip. Good times. And get that Lovells upgrade so that we are signed, sealed, and delivered when it comes to our weights, and we're not taking the piss. So with
and we're
regards,
being legal and safe.
Yeah, exactly. With regards to the weights, we don't want to butt this thing up against the quoted 7-ton GCM. Like, I think, yes, we can do that, but that's not the goal. The goal is to buy ourselves a few extra 100 kgs so that we're able to tow the van with the payload that we need, with the batteries and the solar system and everything that we're putting in it, which is going to be pretty cool. We'll talk about that another time. And also have the ability to still put a bull bar on the car for safety, still have a winch there in case we get into trouble when we're off-road somewhere or something like that. Put a canopy on the back, the things that you really sort of want to do to build that vehicle out.
Protection.
Yeah, like all that stuff adds weight. And when we did the weights on the vehicle without that modification, it just wasn't going to be possible to have a safe touring rig that was also going to bring a level of convenience to the trip, whilst maintaining a safe and legal weights for the caravan and for the vehicle combined. So yeah, that's where we're at. So we kind of feel like we've won the lottery a little bit, really.
Yeah.
Like everything just sort of lined up.
It's been such hard work, and it's finally all just come together, and all on the same day.
Yeah,
like
there was a lot of
just
things.
happened on the one day.
A lot of things dropped. I did say. I was like, I bet it all happens all at once. But so anyway, random thing. So all those things are sorted. We're going to go down and get the car contract and everything signed today. We've also got a laptop in the back. Randomly, I've been following a guy on Instagram who you might remember from Survivor, Jared Seng.
What was it, 2018?
Oh, I can't even remember what season it was. It was probably a couple of years back now. So Jared was on Survivor. It was the one with like Henry, the fake yoga teacher, and I think was Luke on that one as well.
Yeah,
Luke.
Yeah, they were good friends, I think.
Is that the one that maybe the one that Jericho won? I think it could have been. Potentially, not sure. Don't quote me on that.
It was the weird girl. Like the weird girl that no one thought would even get through, but she kept sort of snaking her way through. And then she blackmailed him at the end. Or not blackmailed him, but like played the sympathy card when they were standing on those poles for like 8 hours with the waves crashing on them.
Did she win?
She like cried.
I don't know if she won. I thought Jericho won.
No, she won.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did she? Oh god, I can't remember.
Anyway.
So yeah, we'll work all that out later. So basically, I follow him on Insta, and I saw yesterday that his laptop was busted or something, and he's like flying out today to do some tour with Passenger or something, like a world tour, and he had no computer. He's like, I need a laptop. So we had a spare laptop sitting at home. I messaged him, I was like, dude, look, we'd love to help. Big fan, let's get it done. So yeah, we're also going to meet him today, drop off a computer. It is feeling crazy now. We have got 3 weeks only left until we get in the car and go on a little trip down to Melbourne, hopefully to come back from that trip to Melbourne to pick up the caravan early April and hit the road. So yeah, it is getting real. It is getting so real, and there is a lot to do, and there's not a lot of time.
We have to actually start mapping out where we're going to go, what we're going to do, what route we're going to take, because up until now we haven't really put much thought into it.
We haven't set it because we thought, with sponsors and stuff, we want to be pretty flexible. They might go, hey, could you go do this for us? We're like, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's where we're at. Now, probably should clarify, whilst we have sponsors, the relationships and the expectations that we have with those sponsors, we haven't sold this thing out to everybody. It's not like some horribly commercialized, like logos all over the place kind of thing. We're basically working with these people because they obviously want to realize some content, but it's not sort of like advertorial sort of stuff. We're producing separate pieces of content of their products and stuff while we're traveling in the capacity of our existing business, which is a creative agency and production company.
She's an award-winning cinematographer.
Oh god, can you turn it up, mate? Turn it up. So anyway, that's kind of the plan, and that's what we'll be doing. So it's just lucky for us because it would have been really challenging, if not impossible, for us to realize this sort of equipment, this kind of setup and everything. Like, we are literally blessed that we've been able to go out and talk to these people, and they've seen value in the quality of the work that we've done in the past, and happy to sign on and support us for the next 12 months. So, a massive thank you to all of those guys, particularly the guys at Sunseeker. And hey Charger, maybe that's a thing now. So it's very exciting. We're super stoked, very grateful, and very humbled to have the support of all these people. So yeah, more coming to hand as the day progresses, but that's sort of where we're at. I think that's about it.
And we're seeing Elton John on Wednesday.
because that's incredibly important.
Well, there's another big thing that's happening.
Back it, man.
Things are good.
All right, love ya. See ya.
Bye.
Yeah, we did it. We did it. The laptop's been delivered. We're good to go.
Parcel has been delivered.
Perfect. Yeah, it felt like a little bit dodgy meeting out here in the caravan in the car park, but
Nothing sus.
no, nothing sus at all.
Part exchange.
So where's it going?
Used dealership.
Where's this going to exactly?
This is going to Singapore, Mumbai, Istanbul, Tokyo, Atlanta, London.
Oh, it's gonna be
then
be
back to
better
Brisbane.
traveled than me. This is
Actually, no, I
fantastic.
take that back. It's not going to Tokyo. We had to cancel that because of coronavirus. That's another thing that's happened.
Hectic.
There's
That's
a lot of
way
things.
hectic.
So in the first 2 days of this tour happening, laptop broke. We had to change a whole country of the show from Tokyo to Singapore.
No way.
Stu's guitar sat in half as well, and that had to get repaired.
Really?
Yeah,
Far
a
out.
lot of stuff has happened.
That's hectic. Well,
But thankfully,
No worries.
helping me
best of luck,
get
man.
back on track.
Best of luck. So that's it. Jared saying, ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you
interesting
very
little
much.
chance meeting.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy, my friend.
Cheers.
See ya. So, right. Well, what a interesting little day. Finished off down in Brizzy. Got everything sorted down there with the new car. Dropped off that laptop to Jared. That was a totally random little thing, but it was kind of cool to meet him actually. I was a little bit starstruck. I was like, oh, we watch this guy on the television so much. So yeah, that was good. So the car's sorted. Got a few little grabs from Sunseeker on the way back just now, so that we can insert those into this vloggy video, so that when we talk about the Golden Child and all the rest of it, we've got some nice B-roll. Pretty simple stuff, like just vlog style at the moment. Nothing too crazy. Just shooting this on a GoPro. Once we start traveling and once we start kicking on, that's when we'll probably start to up the production values and whatnot with the other cameras and stuff. But at this point, just keeping it nice and easy, nice and simple, clean and simple. Yeah, so don't know what else to say. I think that's about it, really. Like, we've got the car sorted. That's good.
Tick.
Next step is modifying that vehicle and turning that into a beastly touring rig. And following that, picking up the caravan and yeah, hitting the road and planning the path. Like, I'm hoping that we're actually going to head from here straight up north and hit the Cape.
Christian actually spent a lot of time in Mackay and a place called Finch Hatton when he was a kid.
Yeah.
And I've heard a lot of stories about this little town called Finch Hatton, so I'd like to go check that place out.
You blink and you miss it. It's a little tiny little place.
But
I think there's like 60 kids at the school when I went
Oh,
there.
maybe you've knocked the,
Oh, what? Sorry.
you knocked the
Oh,
blinkers.
no.
We were turning both ways at once.
Oh god, what's happening? So yeah, anyway, there we go. Oh, by the way, did you know the new Ranger actually parks itself? It's got
You
self-park.
take your hands off and just so...
Whether or not it self-parks or is able to self-park once there's a canopy on there, that remains to be seen. We'll have to
Not
report
sure.
back on that.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, interesting times. Salt,
Did I tell you that I love the colour of the car?
Oh shit, anything blue, doesn't matter. Like, if you want to get Kate a present, if it is blue, you are done. It's won, it's signed, sealed, delivered. Happy days. Anyway, that's this. That's oh, I can't even speak. Come and talk, man. Come and talk, man. See ya. I'll tell you that story one day. It's a funny story. Anyway, that's it. Oh, hold on. See ya.